Howdy, it's me. I admit is I'm just nervous. I'll be honest. But after all this time leading up to now, it's just it's fulfilling in a way. Just leading up all to this, and yeah, I hope you didn't mind the sand too much. I mean, it is a desert after all. But I mean, it's nice to probably properly meet. Nice shake and howdy, as it were. And as you can see, this is my home. Ain't much to look at, but I mean, sometimes you don't need much. There is this one tumbleweed that keeps passing by, though. There it goes again. But I got all the essentials. I gotta. If I turn you off, I got a little water tank. I got a cactus. I got wood. Honestly, all the necessities of life. But I suppose I should properly introduce myself. I am CowboyTuba. You can just simply call me Cowboy or Tuba. Either works. And as you could probably tell from me leading you into here, that's not it. I am a wizard. Now, I may not look it, and certainly not sound like those fancy folk, but trust me, I'm as magical as any other being you've ever seen. And don't you forget it. Oh, that's a gun. I did not mean to threaten you. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. I did not mean to threaten you at gunpoint. But it's a bit hot out here. How about we go inside? And I can greet you nice and proper. And hey, here we are in the inside of my house. Although, I suppose you can't see much, can you? Let's help that. I got all the necessities in here. I got a, I got a desk. I got a sword. Some nondescript drinks on the ground. Though I'll be straight with you. The root beer. After you've lived for quite a bit of time, you learn that trying like addictive substances just ain't worth it. But yeah, other than that, I got some candles, these magic crystals I've been studying, books. But back to the main point. Me. Or, that sounds rather. Introduce myself better. There you go. This just, well, as I mentioned, I'm Cowboy Tuba. You can call me the whole thing or just one part of it. Uh, just don't mix the parts. Calling me Boy 2 would just be a bit confusing. Or Koba. I mean, that'd just be downright confusing. Now, as for how old I am, that gets into some timey-wimey kind of shenanigans right there. If you want to count the years I've been alive, how long ago was the Triassic period? Because I went back there to just learn some magic from dinosaurs. because they're quite the conversationalist, more than you would have thought. Some scale breath lizards would have been quite friendly too, though. Father Time didn't quite like me going all the way back there, so they sort of just made me wait the natural way all the way back to now. And I gotta tell you, after waiting that long and being with dinosaurs so long, they sort of just leave you alone. So a good portion of that I was just alone. It sucked. But I'm here and now. Although I never met myself when I existed in the same place when coming back to now. Maybe it was a time loop kind of deal. But whatever. As for what I am, I'm human. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I suppose it gets into your definition of what is. Gets into your definition of what is human, and if I'm not considered human anymore, that'd be pretty sad. I wouldn't know what to do anymore. Oh, I suppose I would. I suppose I would know. I just keep living as now. But as for what I do, as I mentioned, magic. I can cast all sorts of spells, the likes of which you've never seen. Well, maybe you have seen it. I don't know. I've been in this desert for so long, I have no idea what's happening in the outside world. Have I ridden a dinosaur? Uh, you're gonna have to give me a second. It's been a couple hundred million. I want to say yeah. I mean, the big ones they kind of just let you do it because it's more of a hassle to get you off. And as for my height, I'm however tall I want to feel. That's the wonders of magic. Birthday, July 17th. I thought about showcasing myself to the world on that day, but things just couldn't work out then. And ironically, despite all the oranges and warm colors, my favorite color is actually dark green. One wouldn't expect that. But I mean, ever since I was a youngin', which is quite a long time ago, it's just been my favorite. But getting into more things, that did not change. How? I changed it. Okay, having some slight issues. Ah, there we go. You can, I, it wouldn't be a first time stream without a little bit of scuff. But I suppose now getting into who Tuboy is. So let's start some simple things, some likes, dislikes, the standard VTuber intro shebang. I like taking walks. Hell, one on one, just before this. Kind of helps calm the nerves, get some outside air. Also like collecting music, making games, and burgers. There ain't no food that can compare to burgers if you ask me. As for music making and game development, you could say it's sort of my hobby. And if you want to pull back the veil a bit, it's what I'm gonna do for a living. But as for music collecting, that really is just a straight up passion of mine. And as for dislikes, multiplayer first person shooter games. I I just ain't no good at him. About that dog don't hunt, as it were. I also dislike music being locked away. When I say that, I mean like music that should be available to the people. Music is something everybody should be able to enjoy freely, even. And so when people lock it away, keeping the hard working composers and musicians away from the people, it just makes my blood turn red. It's already red. Just boil. I tried thinking of something smarter. Next thing is pork chops and hot dogs. Usually I like any other cut of pork, like pulled pork. Scrumptious. But pork chops, eh, ain't for me. And hot dogs. The thing is, I have eaten so many hot dogs in my life. I was just gonna zoom into my face. Well, let's just not do that, I guess. I also dislike humid heat. One reason I'm here in this desert. Not a lot of moisture here, so not a lot of humidity. What's that? I'm studying ancient ruins here, but I mean, that's besides the point. I also dislike bounty hunters. This is the reason why I keep that sandstorm up. It seems like every other day, someone's just sending a bounty in my head. Someone's trying to collect a bounty in my head. Lawmen sending them on my head. Gang sending them on my head. You wouldn't believe the amount of shallow graves I had to make. And the same goes for Death Reapers. If you're just pretty sure a human, living for a couple 100 million years, death don't take too kindly to that. In fact, they take offense. So I've had to fight off the Reapers quite a few times. But I always get them off. I always get them off my back one way or another. Listen, I ain't a gunslinger for no reason. But that's neither here nor there. Going onwards, we can get into some taste of mine. Hey, listen. If you're here for that bounty on my head, well, kudos to you for getting in with the others, hiding in the crown, so to speak. But understand, that gun ain't for show. But again, to some specific taste, if you have games, Enter the Gungeon would perhaps be a biggest inspiration for me in here, here and now, and in my work. From this entire Magic Cowboy being basically a pull from the Lich to just inspiring me to make games for a living. It's an inspiration to me, and I just quite love it. Hence why I separated it from roguelikes. But I also like fighting games. That's what I used to do in college. And then specifically, I don't know why I made a separate thing for Demon Crawl. It'd fall in roguelikes. I don't remember why. But I can assure you, Demon Crawl will be a stream. Think of it as Magic Minesweeper. And going on with like games, I like Souls-likes game. I can't tell you. I've been putting off playing all the way through Elden Ring all this time, waiting for this moment right here. And honestly, the thought of just experiencing it with all of y'all, I gotta tell you, it makes me a happy camper. And then generally, just to appeal to the programmer in me, I like things with destruction because you have to calculate all that. And let me tell you, it ain't easy. And going into music, the three genres you could say the three genres like most are like rock, rap, and electronic. And with all three, I've listed an artist that I've liked from each. I listed Dragon Force. A bit of a cheesy answer, I know, but I mean, come on. I listened to seasons once, and I was hooked. Rap, Outcast, a bit of an older one, which I mean, I just can't say. That's when I taste lies. Electronic, Cheshire. At least I think that's how you say his name. If it ain't, I'm a big old disappointment. But they make electronic music. If you're familiar with the Madness Combat series, popular on Newgrounds, the old days of Flash, then that name should maybe ring a bell. But other than that, the type of music I like collecting, video game music. And with that, I couldn't just list one, so I listed three. I like Blaze Blue, which those familiar with Guilty Gear, also made by Arxis. Music made by the same man who made Guilty Gear too. Thank you, Daisuke. And just between you and me, I prefer Blaze Blue's music to Guilty Gear. Next is Everhood, a nice indie game that y'all should play should you get the chance. Though, big warning, I'll tell you now. If you're sensitive to photo epilepsy, maybe skip out on it. But do listen to the music, it's good. And then third is Deadbolt. Now, this is a more obscure choice for the music because more people are familiar with the developer's more modern work, Risk of Rain, or rather, the second game nowadays. But if you like Risk of Rain, actually, there is no lead into it. I'm just asking you to play Deadbolt and listen to its music. And for showing movies, I'm gonna level with you. I don't really watch much. The last thing I watched was Fists and North Star like 2 years back, and that was like a rewatch. I just don't find myself in a situation where it's opportune for me to watch things all the time, which that's a shame. And sort of as a goal for me, since I'm out now, I want to publish a game under me, like as Tuba. So like I am working on a game project now, but that's as well. Once again, to pull back the curtain, me as a person. But something I have done is publish music. If you hit this nifty little command, voila. You can't see on this thing, but if you're looking at the chat, see the bot mention music. The music you're hearing right now, the music you heard in the intro, in that waiting screen, that was made by me. You can find it on Bandcamp, linked right there in the chat. So something I want to do is I want to make more music. And to that end, I want to create more things that that myself and others enjoy. Creating is a great passion. I like making things. and sharing it with others, seeing if it touches them in some way, or if they just enjoy it for just like a bit. And that includes things like this, streaming, VTubing. I'm a sentimental little fool. So things I like things that have meaning to the people. I like to think I'm a follower of the adage that whenever you make something, you put a bit of yourself into it. But enough of that. Enough of that kind of talk. Another thing I want to do is I just want to draw people into playing obscure games in the music. Hence why I put Deadbolt there earlier. Hell, I may even just replay the game on stream. And speaking of things on stream, I want to cover an iceberg live on stream. A bit of a sort of, I'm not sure of the word. Doesn't seem like that big of a goal, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a thing I've been working on since before even considering being a VTuber. But since this is just sort of the inaugural stream, there's unfortunately no games as of yet, like to play as of yet. I will announce when I'm gonna stream, like way ahead of time, and what I'm gonna do. But this is just a more of just a shake and howdy, and I am thankful of all of you who came here. But man, would you look at the time already? Would you look at that? A beautiful night, and don't pay attention to the stuff on the back. That's just my experiments. Those are the runes I'm studying. It just does that naturally. Hence why I'm here to study it. You don't see a lot of buildings that just do magic on their own. But since we're here now, I might as well show you some few extra things. It's just some. Okay, no. Uh, okay, it seems I still gotta work on keybinds. But yeah, I got a little shocked face. I got a blush, which I'll be honest, I don't see a reason I'll ever use this. But maybe I will. I like having my bases covered. Got happy, which you saw a lot. Angry, sad, gun, wand, with a little flourish. Oh, I almost forgot. Sad gun. It shoots. You know, magic bullets and all. Shoots fire. And don't worry, it shoots regular bullets too. Quick point distinction to make. It does not shoot bullets that are magic. If I were to individually enchant every bullet I shot, that would run me a fortune. So instead, I just made the gun a catalyst. The gun itself casts spells. Now, let's see what else I can do. And if I so desire it, I can make it snow. Ugh, bit chilly now. But, and, I can put on glasses, and, I'll be honest, there's one thing I have been hiding. I'm bald. Little inside secret. We're all bald. All if you see a VTuber, they're probably bald. But don't tell anyone I said told you that. Now I do have one more thing, if I can just remember. Ah, there it is. I got a book. Now, being alive so long, it can be kind of difficult to keep memory of all the magic I've ever learned. So hence this book. Not just any book. If you want to split hairs, it technically has infinite pages. Whenever I learn the history of a new school of magic and their spells, I write them down here. Very helpful. Very helpful to reference other schools of magic that I kind of forgot about. Or schools that I don't want to remember. But because I am a scholar, it is my duty to record everything. But let's just put that away. And this has been an introduction. Is like I said, it's finally nice to have a nice proper shaking howdy, meeting y'all, showing myself out. It fills you with a warm feeling, a sort of sense of completion, as it were. I've been working up to this for like almost a year now, and so having it finally come together, and knowing how supportive some of y'all have been, it touches me in a way I can't really describe. It's a kindness I can never repay. But any more talk like that, I'm gonna probably get all weepy. I want to thank you all for coming here and supporting me. I look forward to just meeting y'all later down the line on the trail. There's lots of fun to be had, and I can't wait to have it together with y'all. Well, this has been CowboyTuba, and I hope you've had a nice experience here, and I hope we'll continue to have lots of nice experiences together.